And so now you're going to do Joko's solution to life. So on your piece of paper, you know, you're just going to say, you know, now I'm going to show you Joko's solution to life. And you're just going to draw on your paper an L, just like that, very simple. And here's where you want to get your prospect to answer, and just, you know, let them know there's no right or wrong answer, but you're just going to draw out this L, and you're going to say, okay, well, help me out here. Like, what does an average 25-year-old make? Get them to tell you. And they may say, okay, average 25-year-old makes per month here in the US. You know, any guess, no right or wrong. And they may say, well, I think an average 25-year-old makes $1,500 a month. Okay, so you're just going to write it right there. And you're going to go, okay, another 10 years in your career. Now you're 35. So let's say maybe you've got a promotion, a job change. How much do you think an average 35-year-old makes per month? Have them tell you, and they may say $2,500 a month. Okay, cool. So $2,500 a month. Let's jump another 10 years. What do you think an average 45-year-old makes per month? And, you know, by the time you're 45, again, you know, you've gotten other promotions, you've had more skills, education, whatever may play into a role of how much an average 45-year-old is making. That's what you'd like to assume, you know, that you're increasing. So they may tell you an average 45-year-old makes $4,000 a month. Okay. And the last one is 55. You know, you're kind of going into that retirement age. So how much does an average 55-year-old make a month? And they may say $6,000 a month. And, you know, again, this is going to be totally what they tell you. So this could be different for every single person. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to say, okay, well, you know, what's the average retirement age here in the US? And they may say, oh, you know, 60, 65. You know, well, in Indonesia, it's actually, you know, 55. Most people in Indonesia retire at 55. So even if it's 60, 65, you know, for a lot of people, you know, retirement isn't even on the menu. You know, especially here in the US, a lot of people don't even have the opportunity for retirement. So obviously, the older that you get, your income increases, right? So you're just going to draw a line that, you know, as you age, your income goes up. But what happens when you choose to retire? So let's say, you know, you retire at 55. What happens naturally when you retire? Well, your income goes down. So you're just going to draw a line showing that when you retire, your income goes down. But what continues to stay constant no matter what, even when you retire? So you're going to ask them that. And what stays constant, what continues to stay constant and what continues to increase is expenses and bills, right? So that never changes. And your bill, you know, your expenses could be bills, family, car, savings. Obviously, there's other things. So we kind of just mapped out 30 years. The thing is that what most 25-year-olds aren't thinking about is another type of bill that you usually start to incur as you get older. You know, unfortunately, a lot of people in this country are sick. You know, a lot of people are getting cancer, disease, more doctor visits. You know, start thinking about nursing homes and in-home care. So when you get to the retirement age and older, you have something called medical bills. And I mean, we all know someone who has had cancer, and cancer can literally wipe out your finances. I mean, somebody with cancer, the bills that you incur for chemo and doctor visits, hospitalization, I mean, this could be completely wiped out. So this is what you just show them. It's as simple as this. And you say, look, we just mapped out 30 years of your life, okay? So, you know, you want to go here next. You want the next thing you're going to draw out right below is hard work versus smart work. and you're going to say, you know, we all have 24 hours in a day. And most people are a part of this system where they have to work hard. And I'm just going to go back to my notes here to make sure that I have this right. So, you know, you can ask them, you know, do you know why that there's rich people, average people, poor people? And, you know, they can say, no, why, you know, here's the data, I'll tell you why. So, poor people, average people are working hard. So most people, like, you know, you, for example, you're one person that works 8 hours a day times 30 days in a month, so you're getting paid on 240 hours. This is the system that most people are a part of. And they may say, oh, well, I don't work every single day in a month. Okay, well, let's say you take weekends off, or let's say you take a vacation. You're getting paid on less than 240 hours. So let's talk about rich people, people that own a business or own a system. They work smart. So people that work smart, for example, you could have 100 people working 8 hours a day times 30 days, and you're getting paid on 24,000 hours. And this is why we have rich people, because they own a business or they own a system where they have leveraged income. They have people working with them to make money. And why that's so awesome is because if you decide to own a business or a system and you take 2 weeks off, a month off, a weekend off, you're getting still paid on 99 other people's efforts. So you're really not losing out, you know? Whereas again, hard work, it's only you. You're dependent on the time you clock in, the time that you show up to your job. And for people like, let's say, a tattoo artist or a doctor or an architect, even if you own a job, you're still only able to get paid on the time that you're working at your job. What if something happens to you? What if you get sick? What if you have a death in the family? What if you break your hand and you can't work? Then what do? You don't have a plan B. This is the plan B. And then I tell the person, I say, you know, the good news is, here we go. So I say, you know, there's actually a company that's been around for 43 years that offers this system. And I say, you know, the great news is that we have a blueprint with this company to accomplish this in 1 to 3 years. And you may be asking, well, why 1 to 3 years? Because if we're talking in a Enagic language, when you're a 6A, you have 100 people underneath you. You know, most people go 6A in 12 to 24 months or 18 to 24 months. So, you know, you could have this system working for you in 1 to 3 years with this opportunity. And then you ask them, would you like to hear more about this system? And if they're saying, yes, I want to know more, the next step is show them the marketing plan or the comp plan. So this is when you take out your handy device and you play your favorite compensation plan to do. There's so many great ones out there, whether it's, you know, Daniel DeMcCauley, you know, every team has a different compensation plan video. I came across one that I particularly like that really goes not only to the compensation, but the 8-point system, because that's what makes Enagic so unique. So, you know, just say, hey, here's the marketing plan. Put it on your phone, put headphones in if you're in a loud place, and just sit there and let them watch the marketing plan. And if they respond really well to the marketing plan, then you can say, here, I want to introduce the product. I want to introduce what you're going to be investing into to have this system. And then you can show them a demo video. You know, you can show them Bob Rodelli, Daniel McCauley, Colton, whoever demo video resonates with you. You can literally, again, just say, here's the product, and show them a compensation plan video, or show them the video that talks about how Kangen water is great for disease prevention. You know, there's really some great videos out there that can really show the product that we have. And from there, you know, they're gonna probably ask questions. You know, they may be asking you questions, and then you can say, like, what do you think about this opportunity? Like, even regardless of the product, what do you think? You know, there's kind of some other things to ask, like, you know, and it depends on your confidence, it depends on your comfortability level, it depends on how much of a relationship you've built with this person. Maybe it's a close friend, you know, and they ask you, how much is this? And you say, well, it's, you know, $39.80. And they may say, oh my God, I don't have, you know, $4,000. And you could say, I mean, how long have you been working and you don't have $4,000 in your bank account? You know, there's obviously got to be something wrong, and I really want to help you change that. So again, you know, answer their questions. You know, it's a point where you've showed them everything. You know, you don't really need to, at this point, even ask for the sale. There's not any closing lines. You don't have to do this Cal Worthington Dodge number on them. You don't have to Grant Cardone them. It's really just, you've shown them and they're going to tell you. And just answer their questions. You know, if they want more information, send them more videos. Send them what they're looking for. Maybe get somebody else on the phone as a third-party credibility. Joko and Rama were saying it's really important to show Dr. Shinya, because that gives a lot of credibility as a doctor. You know, because the thing is that none of us are doctors. We're not scientists, dietitians, nutritionists, chemists. So this is a great approach because we have so much of that health science, peer-reviewed clinical research that you can send them, show them that day, or send them to them after the fact if they still have any hesitations. But bottom line, in this presentation, the one other thing that I'm going to mention is you need to find out, I'm going to do this in a different color. You need to find out their dreams. You need to find out their dreams. This has to be like a story. You know, this isn't supposed to be like scripted. You have to remember every little single thing. But the way that I explained this to my prospect last weekend is I said, look, you know, everybody has a dream. And you're not going to accomplish your dreams working hard, being a part of a system, being an employee. Like Robert Kiyosaki talks about the 4 ways to earn income. If you're an employee or you're self-employed and you own a job, you're going to be working hard for the rest of your life. And we have dreams, you know, we need to find a way to accomplish those dreams. And this plan B is the way that we can help people accomplish their dreams. Peter, what's your dream? Kelly, what's your dream? I'd love to hear what your dreams are. Make sure that you ask them what their dreams are. And at this point, they're going to feel comfortable saying, you know, my dream is to be financially free. You know, my dream is to put my son through private school. My dream is to pay off student loan debts. My dream is to travel to Indonesia. My dream is to own a boat, you know, to own a horse, whatever it is. Find out their dream, because as this process moves forward, the dreams have to be number one. That is what's going to drive them to decide to be a part of this system, that they can own a system, that they can own an international business with 33 offices in 21 countries. You know, so this is really the gist of it. Again, very simple, very duplicatable. And what Joko and Rama told me is this is the steps. You know, after this, if they don't buy right away, set up another meeting. You know, invite them into your home. You know, you can show them the machine. You know, you can talk to them more about the opportunity. You don't bring people to a demo until they have decided to buy, because, you know, you can show them demo videos, you can invite them into your home and show them a mini demo, but their whole strategy with this is you don't bring them to a live